Christmas Eve descended upon the quaint town of North Pole, a place where holiday spirit thrived in every corner. Anticipation hung heavy in the frost-laden air as children, their eyes sparkling with excitement and cheeks flushed from the biting cold, were snuggled beneath their blankets. Visions of Santa Claus, his jovial face framed by a snowy beard, and his bulging sack full of gifts, danced in their dreams. The sleepy town was decked in a riot of colors. The twinkling lights cast playful shadows on the snow-clad streets, and the smell of cookies, fresh from the oven, rich with vanilla and cinnamon, wafted through the air, creating an almost tangible aura of warmth and joy. But the festive tranquility was not to last. As the town clock struck midnight, a luminous object punctured the serene darkness of the sky. At first, the townsfolk tilted their heads skyward, their faces illuminated by the ethereal glow, believing it to be Santa's sleigh gliding through the night, pulled by his team of reindeer. Yet, as the light swelled and pulsed, their wonder turned into dread. The object wasn't a sleigh. It was something far more ominous, an alien spaceship. The spaceship, a monstrous sight of gleaming metal and eerie radiance, hovered menacingly over Santa's workshop. Its underbelly opened like an enormous maw, emitting a beam of blinding light that enveloped the workshop. The shrill screams and desperate pleas for help echoed through the silent night, chilling the listeners to their bones. In a spectacle of terror, Santa was sucked up into the alien ship. A wave of panic, cold and swift, swept through the town. The once merry streets were now filled with terrified faces, their eyes wide and hearts pounding. Some dismissed it as a cruel prank, a special effects show orchestrated by the local theater group. Yet, beneath the surface of denial, they harbored a bone-deep fear, a gnawing realization that their cherished Santa Claus had been abducted by these otherworldly beings on Christmas Eve. The festive lights now flickered ominously, casting long, grotesque shadows on the deserted streets. The aroma of freshly baked cookies was replaced with an air of desolation, and the excited whispers of children were drowned in the silence of dread. North Pole was no longer a town buzzing with holiday spirit, but a place consumed by terror and uncertainty. Inside the spaceship, Santa was encircled by bizarre creatures. Their bodies were long and lanky, topped with oversized heads. Their skin shone a ghastly green under the ship's stark lights. They communicated in an unfamiliar language, but their intent was clear. They wanted him for reasons unknown. Their speech was a chilling mix of grunts and squeals echoing in the metallic chamber. The air was tainted with a sulfuric, metallic smell that made breathing difficult. As they moved closer, their predatory stares sent waves of fear through Santa. His normally jolly demeanor had been replaced by sheer terror. Thoughts of disappointed children on Christmas morning filled his mind, intensifying his fear. The familiar comfort of his sleigh, his sack of gifts, and the anticipation of the children seemed distant. Surrounded by these alien beings, Santa was more terrified than ever before. As the news of Santa's abduction rippled across the globe, humanity grappled with shock and disbelief. Parents, their hearts heavy with a strange blend of fear and determination, tried to console their children, their soothing whispers barely masking the tremor in their voices. Huddled in living rooms, around radios and televisions, they listened intently for updates, their faces etched with concern. Children, their innocence replaced by a precocious bravery, turn their teary eyes towards the sky. Their small fists clench tightly around the edges of their blankets, their dreams of a joyous Christmas morning replaced by a fervent hope for Santa's safe return. Meanwhile, the world's military forces were mobilizing. Tanks rumbled through the streets, fighter jets screamed across the sky, and naval ships cut through icy waters, all converging towards the North Pole. Soldiers, their faces stern under helmets and caps, loaded weapons and adjusted their gear, their hearts pounding with a mix of adrenaline and resolve. In the Situation Room, the president, flanked by his advisors and military generals, stared at the live feeds from satellites tracking the alien spaceship. His normally composed face was drawn into a grimace of determination. He knew that the fate of Christmas, of Santa Claus, and perhaps even the world rested on his shoulders. "Prepare Operation Christmas Miracle," he commanded, his voice echoing through the silent room. A murmur of affirmation followed his order as the team sprang into action, coordinating with military units across the globe, readying an offensive against the alien invaders. Operation Christmas Miracle was an audacious plan, a daring assault aimed at rescuing Santa and repelling the invaders. It involved a coordinated global attack on the spaceship, employing the most advanced weaponry. The goal was not just to save Santa, but also to send a clear message to the aliens. Earth would not be taken without a fight. As the preparations began, the president addressed the world. His voice, steady and resolute, resonated through every home. Tonight, we face an unprecedented threat, but we will not cower. We will not let our children wake up to a Christmas without Santa. We will fight, and we will bring Santa home. His words echoed across the globe, instilling a sense of unity and defiance. From every corner of the world, people looked up at the night sky with determination in their eyes. They were no longer just spectators. They were part of a global effort to reclaim their beloved Santa. As the countdown to Operation Christmas Miracle began, the world held its breath, united in hope and resolve. The alien spaceship, once a symbol of terror, was now a target, and Earth, once a victim, was now a formidable adversary, ready to wage a battle for its most cherished Christmas icon. In light of Santa's abduction, the president set forth a daring plan. He ordered a special diet to be prepared for Santa's faithful reindeer, one that would imbue them with unprecedented strength and mental ferocity. This diet was concocted by the top scientists and nutritionists in the country, meticulously tailored to enhance the reindeer's natural abilities. They were fed a blend of high-energy grains and magical herbs, known to stimulate both physical and mental prowess. The reindeer visibly transformed, their muscles becoming more toned, their eyes gleaming with an intelligence and determination that was almost human. Then came the moment of departure. The reindeer were hitched to Santa's sleigh, now retrofitted with advanced navigational systems. With a nod from the president, they launched into the sky, their hooves leaving trails of shimmering stardust as they ascended into the inky blackness of space. The journey was perilous, but the reindeer, powered by their newfound strength and resolve, navigated through the asteroid fields and cosmic storms with ease. They zeroed in on the alien spaceship, their enhanced senses picking up the faintest traces of Santa's presence. The reindeer were drawn to a small compartment nestled within the alien spaceship's metallic underbelly. The compartment was cylindrical in shape, made of a dense, cold alien alloy that shimmered eerily under the starlight. Its exterior was adorned with pulsating lights and symbols of an unknown language, casting an otherworldly glow. As the reindeer approached, they noticed a small, almost imperceptible seam running along the side of the compartment. With their newfound mental acuity, the lead reindeer, Rudolph, quickly deciphered the pattern of the pulsating lights. With a swift nudge of his antler in a specific sequence, he triggered the opening mechanism. The compartment responded with a low hum, and the seam widened slowly, revealing a door that slid upwards into the body of the spaceship. As it opened, a wash of stale, recycled air escaped, carrying with it the unmistakable scent of Santa. Inside the cramped space, they found Santa, bound by strange, ethereal restraints that glowed with an ominous light. His face, pale and weary, instantly lit up with joy at the sight of his beloved reindeer. The fear etched into his eyes was replaced by relief and a glimmer of hope. Rudolph used his antlers to carefully but forcefully break the restraints. The alien material fizzled and dissipated, freeing Santa from his bindings. Once freed, the strongest of the reindeer, Dasher and Donner, moved to either side of Santa. Using their powerful bodies, they gently nudged him towards the sleigh, supporting him as he shakily got to his feet. With a collective effort, they hoisted Santa onto the sleigh, tucking him safely between the comforting warmth of their fur and the soft, velvet cushioning of the sleigh. Their mission was a success. Santa was free, his spirit unbroken, his joy restored by the sight of his loyal companions. No sooner had Santa been rescued, the order was given from the ground control. A fleet of military aircraft soared into the sky, their payloads armed with powerful missiles. They targeted the alien spaceship, their aim precise. As Santa and his reindeer sped away, the missiles hit their target. The spaceship erupted in a colossal explosion, its metallic fragments raining down on Earth like meteors. The fallout was catastrophic, causing widespread destruction. Lands were decimated, forests set ablaze, and cities reduced to rubble. But amidst the devastation, there was a glimmer of hope. Santa had been saved. As he descended back to Earth, the sight of the destruction filled him with sorrow. But his heart swelled with gratitude for his brave reindeer and the people who had risked everything to save him. Their courage and resolve had not only rescued him, but also preserved the spirit of Christmas. The lands may have been destroyed, but their spirit remained unbroken. And that, Santa knew, was the true magic of Christmas.